Hello guys, welcome back to a special Cinema Wasteland version of Beyond the Realms. And I have an unfamiliar face here. This is my good buddy Dan. Dan,
Hey, how's it going?
thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.
And today we're going to rip apart Gravity. I ain't going to bullshit you.
We're
right?
gonna rip it. We're gonna rip it.
Yep, and we're drinking some brews here, of course, which is a standard for Wasteland. And yeah, we're not going to go over the plot of Gravity because, you know, everybody and their fucking mother's already reviewed this shit on YouTube. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, do we need to say, oh yeah, they're in space and the shit happens and the fucking, you know, no. So go ahead, Dan. I'm going to let you start with this one, man.
Well, all right. Major problems with this film. Okay, this film's a 90. I think it's about 97 minutes long. It's the shortest film that came out in 2013 amongst the movies that were nominated. But the main thing about this movie, it's a film that takes place in space, and with a plot that it's not a plot. I'm not going to call it a plot. It's a scenario. A scenario about that everybody's seen a million times. It's like a Lifetime movie in space, shot by Emmanuel Lubezki, who's probably the most valuable cinematographer on planet Earth. Won the Academy Award for the film, and it's awful. It's an awful melodramatic, just horrible.
Extremely fucking overrated.
Overrated is not even the word. It's something that you would maybe if somebody pitched it on Lifetime and you know could get that much money for the effects. It's that the effects are it's style over substance in a way, and it's absolute pablum. I mean, the shit that comes out of their mouth, it's just horribly written. The ending is sappy. It just doesn't. And the scenario, I mean, everybody knows the scenario by now. It's all right. The ship breaks up. She's got to get back to Earth, and that's it. That's it for 90 minutes, and it's a thing that you've seen a million times.
I think if you didn't have Sandra Bullock and George Clooney in this movie, nobody would have fucking cared.
And the original before Sandra Bullock was supposed to be Scarlett Johansson, and she was not able to do it. And the thing is, even if it could be anybody, the movie was just so horribly written. You know, it just seemed in a weird way that you know, and it ended up being the second most nominated. You know, with the nominations in the Academy Awards, and I think it's turned my head. Like, are you absolutely kidding me? You know, I mean. The movie is garbage.
You know, I watched it with an open mind. Like, you warned me ahead of time, and, you know, I take that into consideration, but I still watch a movie for myself and see, you know. And I was actually going to blind buy this, but I got a digital copy of it, checked it out, and for me, it's a one-time watch. Like, I mean, completely a one-time watch, because as I'm watching this movie, like, you know, I think besides the technical standpoint of this film, I don't understand how it gets any type of praise at all. And even then, it's like, okay. You know, I mean, I'm sure on an IMAX screen and all that, it's probably really cool. But outside of technical aspects, I don't think it. I don't get why people's like, oh my god, it was so intense, because to me it became so predictable, because it's like every scenario that happened, you know, it's going to go to the very last minute, the very last possible second, the very last, you know, do or die situation before, you know, and then, oh, okay, now it's all right. And then it happens again, and it's just like,
and kind of,
really? It keeps happening so much, it becomes predictable, I thought. And that's where it just took me out of it, where it's like, all right, I've had enough of this already, and I'm only halfway through the film.
I think basically after 20 minutes, I was like, man, I've seen this movie probably 40 times by now. Like, this is, you know, because it's not a plot. It's a scenario. It's a scenario where, how do I get home? Okay, well, how can we stretch this out for 97 minutes and then end it so sappy and happily? And, you know, I mean, I think the thing is that it gets to the point where, I mean, it's unbearable. I mean, the cheesiness of the whole thing, and the lines, the one-lines, and it's like, ooh, the ghost, you know, it's like talking about like this bullshit kind of just shit going around, and it's like, you want to just take the disc and just throw it out your window, man. It's horrible.
Well, see, I didn't have a disc, so I just wanted to hit delete on Voodoo. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I sat through it, and honestly, it was the shortest movie. And honestly, to me, it felt longer than Wolf of Wall Street. I was like, man, this movie's 97 minutes. It feels like 3 hours.
And it takes you out of it because it just keeps going. It's like, you know, like you said, you feel like you've seen it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the thing that blows my mind is Sandra Bullock getting a Best Actress nominee. Really?
Well, that's the key. Like, I think the shoe-in thing is that, you know, if you're Sandra Bullock or, you know, if you're a George Clooney, is that, you know, when they narrow it down. If you're Jennifer Lawrence, I mean, look, Jennifer Lawrence has already been nominated twice. She's in her early 20s. You know, you know, they have that kind of thing. But I think that the other response from people who really liked the movie, and it's the most ridiculous excuse. They're like, no, you didn't like it because you didn't see it in 3D. That's the only way to see it. So it's like, no, I didn't see it in the theater. I didn't see it in 3D. How am I going to watch it on 3D? Like, this movie sucks to begin with. I don't care if it was in 3D, if it was all around me in 360 degrees. I'd be like, this is horribly written.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of take an exception to that rule because with the movie Hugo, I saw that movie in 3D, and to me, the 3D did enhance that film. So, I haven't seen Gravity in 3D. Like, I was going to blind buy the 3D Blu-ray. I didn't do that, and I'm not going to buy it. I don't care to check it out in 3D, but I can kind of see what people mean by that, where, okay, you didn't see it in 3D, then that is a different experience, because Hugo, to me, the 3D really made that film, and that's, Martin Scorsese film. Yeah. And he really took the 3D and, like, he made it into part of the story to where it really does affect how the film plays. Like, I think if I would have just watched that in 2D, I would have felt different about it. Where I didn't love it, but I liked it.
I saw it in 2D, and I liked it.
Yeah, I think the 3D enhanced it, but that film's totally different because it had a genuine story. It was, if you're a cinephile, I don't know how you couldn't like that film. Where this one it's totally different on that aspect, but just, touching on that a little bit, I can kind of see what people mean, even though that thought process doesn't even make me want to watch it in 3D.
Yeah, I don't care I think the major problem with the film, besides it completely devoid of plot and horrible writing, and yes, the technical aspects are great, and the DP is amazing on the film, but the whole... My biggest complaint with the whole film is it's a typical example of style over substance.
Yes, and it absolutely is.
And you get to the point where, okay, let's just shoot it beautifully, and let's have this horrible story that's just you want to just go to sleep, or you just want to walk out, but it looks gorgeous, and and a lot of directors kind of play that game, but this is like, for me, was the biggest offender of 2013, where I just put this on and I was like, style over substance, like with a Lifetime plot. I mean, the plot wasn't even a Hollywood league. It was so poor.
It really was. Like, I when I watched this, I honestly, I was shocked this movie got so much praise. And I mean, I don't, if you love the movie, that's fine. I'm not talking anything about. I didn't understand how it got so much praise. Like, really, this is what people expect for a Best Picture nominee? Really? I mean, this? And like, I didn't get it, man. I mean, I'm totally with you. I think the movie is completely overrated. I think it was very average at best. And outside of the technological aspects, I just think the movie was unwatchable myself.
I thought it was unwatchable within the first 20 minutes, and like you said, it was a one watch for you. For me, it was something that I don't think I could ever make it through the whole film again. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was that awful, and for the fact that it got 10 Academy nominations, I mean, speaks volumes. If something's that popular and the new age and technology moving in, that's going to get popularity, and that's the shit that people are going to want to see. And it sucks that people are going to pay $15 to go see something that, where it's just absolutely mindless. It's mindlessly written. And that's my take on the whole thing. Yeah. I was literally offended that I had to watch the movie. I mean, they put me in that position where I was like, "This? Are you kidding me? You've got great crew and you've got top-notch people, but this thing is written like absolute garbage."
It could have been way more than it was. I didn't find it tense or any of that. So whatever. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it, Dan.
We've gone through everything.
Yeah, we really just went. We both talked about this, and we got to do a Wasteland video talking about Gravity.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you like the movie, that's great. I wish I could understand why it's loved so much, but I don't get it.
I wish I could like it, but film is subjective.
It is. And this is one instance where it's a film that's very highly praised, and we're like, huh? Really?
Yeah, I couldn't get why anybody would like it, but that's my opinion. Yeah. Everybody's got opinions, and they don't all matter. But it's our opinion.
Exactly. So Dan, I appreciate you joining me, man. Hopefully we can we'll get more videos in sometimes. I'm sure we will, without a doubt.
Yeah.
We'll figure out something else to do.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Guys, appreciate you watching Beyond the Realms. Have a good one, guys. Later.